Welcome to this session. The cognitive load of constant connectivity raises an important question. Is non-stop data actually making us less capable thinkers? The internet has given us unprecedented access to information, and we've long believed that more information means more intelligence. But what if this endless stream of data is quietly undermining our ability to focus, think deeply, and truly understand? This brings us to the paradox of information abundance. Despite constant exposure to news, videos, messages, and notifications, many people feel mentally exhausted, and when it's time to think or remember something important, the mind feels unexpectedly blank. Information continues to flow, but little of it is retained. This shared experience reflects cognitive overload, where continuous input overwhelms the brain and reduces its capacity for reflection, reasoning, and long-term understanding. This leads us to the intelligence myth, the belief that access to information automatically makes us smarter. In reality, intelligence depends on how well we process, connect, and apply information. Constant attention-switching fragments our thinking, preventing the brain from forming deep mental models. Instead of insight, we gain surface-level familiarity, raising a critical question. Are our digital habits training us to skim rather than truly think? Understanding cognitive load is key. Our brains evolved to process only a limited amount of information at a time, and when that limit is exceeded, mental load increases. In a hyper-connected world, the brain spends more energy filtering distractions and less energy on deep thinking. Constant, unmanaged exposure overwhelms attention, memory, and reasoning over time. The issue isn't technology, it's the lack of pauses for reflection, leaving the mind busy, but not truly productive. So why does this matter? Because intelligence is shaped by how we think, not just by what we know. In a world optimized for speed, alerts, and endless content, slow thinking, creativity, and deep understanding can easily be pushed aside. The real challenge isn't access to knowledge, it's protecting our cognitive capacity to use that knowledge wisely. Neuroscience reveals an important truth about attention. It's a limited resource. The brain doesn't truly multitask. Instead, it rapidly switches between tasks. Each shift in attention, from messages to videos or notifications to articles, carries a cognitive cost. This constant reorientation drains mental energy and gradually makes deep, sustained focus more difficult. Memory plays a critical role here. Working memory is highly limited, and constant streams of information quickly overwhelm it, causing new inputs to replace old ones before they can be processed. Endless scrolling may feel productive, but much of that information never reaches long-term memory. At the same time, the prefrontal cortex, the brain's center for reasoning and self-control, becomes overloaded, leading to mental fatigue, impulsive behavior, and weaker analytical thinking. This brings us to what's often called the dopamine trap. Many digital platforms are built around reward loops that trigger short bursts of dopamine through notifications, likes, and endless content feeds. Each alert creates a small sense of reward, encouraging us to check again and again. While this keeps us engaged, it also trains the brain to crave novelty rather than depth. Over time, this reduces our tolerance for slow, effortful thinking, making activities like reading, problem-solving, or sustained learning feel unusually difficult. Neuroscience highlights the importance of downtime. When the mind isn't constantly consuming information, the brain consolidates memories, strengthens neural connections, and generates new insights. These reflective pauses are essential for deep understanding, yet, in an always connected world, they are becoming increasingly rare. So, where do we go from here? Psychology draws an important distinction between being exposed to information and actually developing intelligence. Intelligence doesn't grow from constant input. It grows through reflection, synthesis, and application. When the brain is overloaded, It shifts into speed and filtering mode, prioritizing quick processing over deep comprehension and reasoning. This doesn't make us less intelligent, but it does limit how fully we can use our cognitive potential. The real issue isn't that technology is making us dumber, it's that unchecked connectivity is reshaping how our brains distribute attention, memory, and effort. The question now is whether we can build healthier information habits and reclaim deep thinking in a hyper-connected world. Thank you for watching. If you found this video valuable, please like, share, and subscribe for more educational content on the science of thinking, technology, and the human mind.